It is Star Wars night here at the ballpark, and the Cubs looking for a series split. A 10-1 loss to the Cleveland Indians last night. Weather heating up. A gorgeous night here at Wrigley Field for Cubs baseball on NBC Sports Chicago. And yes, we are just simple men trying to make our way in the universe. Jim DeShays and Len Casper. That's the only quote I think I know from Star Wars, so I thought I would use it. John Lester has made his way through the baseball universe, pitching really well here over his last half dozen.
Oh, that is so good. And hopefully the force will be with him here tonight, as it has been quite frequently here lately. And how about this for good news for John Lester? It's not raining tonight. Last 6 starts, Big John, a 3-1 with a .177. He's been really good here at home. He's 2-0. The Cubs are 4-0 in his 4 home starts. 2 runs or less allowed in his last 4.
Adam Plutko will make his Wrigley Field debut. It will only be his 2nd Major League start. He's a right-hander for the Indians. So Lester pitching in the rain was terrific in Cincinnati. We'll see how he can pitch under clear skies tonight. Cubs hosting the Indians next.
Experience amazing Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all, Ford, who invites you to go further in their fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Menards, save big money at Menards. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency.
What a gorgeous evening as the Cubs look for the series split and also a season series split. The Indians have won 2 of the first 3 in this interleague set. Cubs are off again tomorrow. The Giants lost earlier today in Houston, so they'll head to Chicago and have an off day tomorrow as well. And some other finals from earlier today. How about the Milwaukee Brewers? They're 31-19 through 50 games, a 9-2 win over the scuffling Diamondbacks, who dropped their 7th in a row. And Kansas City with 3 runs in the 10th inning to beat the Cardinals.
The Cardinals got some bullpen issues today. It was Bud Norris, who's been pretty good for them, who gave it up in the 10th. Michael Wacha had a really nice start, and that Diamondback club, man, what a story they are. I think they've lost 11 of 12. They just completely stopped scoring.
They have now dropped 13 of their last 14. Pirates lead 2-0 at Cincy in the 4th. Pittsburgh has dropped 4 in a row. John Lester has faced the Indians a lot in his career, and he used to pitch for their manager, Terry Francona, in Boston. Now the Indians Southwest starting lineup. Lindor had a big night last night. Michael Brantley in left on an 11-game hitting streak. Ramirez hit the big home run off Tyler Chatwood. Encarnacion, typically their DH, but no such thing in a National League park. Melky Cabrera, his 3rd game with Cleveland. Yan Gomes back of the plate. Kipnis at second, Rajay Davis in center, and Adam Pletko, if he bats, will do it for the first time as a pro.
Cubs defensively this evening: Kyle Schwarber left, Ian Happ center, Jason Hayward right, Bryant Russell, Baez Rizzo third to first. Wilson Contreras is the backstop tonight, and our Lexus Experience Amazing starting pitcher is the veteran left-hander John Lester. He's having a very nice year, isn't he? 4-1, 2.52 ERA. That's good for 8th best in the National League. The team is 7-2 in his 9 starts. League batting just .219 against him. He's really shut down left-handed batters. And he's very comfortable when taking the mound here at Wrigley Field. Since the start of the 2016 season, John has made 37 starts here. He's 19-5 with a .288.
It's your umpires for tonight. That's the crew chief Ted Barrett back of the plate. He's worked 3 World Series, the most recent coming in 2014. Barksdale, Woodring, and Little on the bases. Calm conditions as we get started. And clear skies above. And switch hitting, Francisco Lindor takes a strike on a fastball from Lester at 92.
Lindor again putting up big numbers on base, slugging, speed, the whole package. He was on 4 times. The top 4 in their batting order last night. Came to the plate 22 times, reached base 14 of those 22 times. Combination of hits, walks. Cubs pitching ended up walking 10 in the ball game.
Bryant plays in at third. Just missed low. 63 degrees here at game time. A lot of boats on the water. That's a great sign. Smacked into left. Lindor, an aggressive turnaround first. He's trying for 2, and he is out.
What a play. Wow, what a play. Kyle Schwarber. Yes, sir. Indians are going to possibly challenge this. This is just beautiful. Hustles over, cuts it off quickly to his feet. And that's probably about the 5th outfield assist for him. Looked like the tag was on the spot. This is big time play, folks.
The team's run on Schwarber, and he has certainly made them pay.
He's thrown 2 or 3 out at the plate. But boy, none better than that. That was brilliant.
A strike called on Michael Brantley. That is his 4th assist from the outfield. Taken low, 1 ball, 1 strike. And then the other part of it is Baez. And that lightning fast tag to get one of his good friends from Puerto Rico. Now 2-1. Lester has faced the Indians a lot. 17th time he has faced them in his career in the regular season. He's also made 2 starts and 5 appearances against them in the postseason. Good numbers pretty much all around, and that ball will fall. Hap's first move was back, and it dropped in front of him, and Michael Brantley now has a 12-game hitting streak.
Yeah, off the end of the bat a little bit. Trajectory fooled Hap, a little bit of a late break, and it's a play you see a lot from a center fielder. So the guy take a big swing, you see it leave the bat, and you think, okay, time to retreat. He was down towards the end of the bat. It's kind of like hitting a changeup.
So the dangerous Jose Ramirez, 3-run homer and 3 walks last night. Snap toss to first. It was close. And Brantley got back in safely.
Flat-footed out there after taking his lead. He wasn't paying attention to the meeting when they said, hey, be careful with Contreras. He loves to throw to the bases.
Jones 1-0 is a strike. Chatwood had been able to kind of get away with too many walks because he had kept the ball in the park, but last night the 3-run homer by Ramirez got the Indians going, and that was really all they needed. 6 walks and 2 2/3, 4 runs allowed by Chatwood. Talking with Jim Hickey before the game, they're going to do a little work, make a couple of tweaks on the off day here tomorrow prior to his next start, which should come Monday in Pittsburgh. Look out, that ball rocketed into the Cubs dugout.
We used to call it an ugly finder. Switch hitter. Ramirez good from both sides. Batting average wise better this way so far this year. 323 right-handed.
Bangs that one off the mask of Contreras.
John's got a 4-pitch mix: fastball, cutter, curve, and change. Used his curveball really effectively last time out against the Reds. He's throwing his 4-seamer this year more than his sinker, a lot more. Because of it, his ground ball rate is down. And we talked a little bit about this in his last start, probably by design. A lot of guys focusing on trying to get the low ball in the air, so he's trying to beat them elevated from time to time.
Ramirez is really tough to strike out. Strikeout rate's under 9%. And he's walking at a 13% clip.
Yeah, I looked last night, and I didn't revisit it today, but he was number 2 in baseball in terms of the walk strikeout ratio, just behind Andrelton Simmons.
Hitting for a ton of power as well. Runner takes off, and a strikeout, and a throw him out.
Play some defense, boys.
Schwarber, Contreras, and Baez helping out John Lester. And the Cubs will come to bat in the bottom of the first. 0-0. runners in every inning. Happ provided that run with a homer in the ninth. Schwarber, Bryant, Rizzo, Contreras, Baez playing second, batting sixth. Addison Russell, the shortstop. Jason Hayward in right, and the pitcher John Lester.
Indians defensively, veterans in the outfield, Brantley, Davis, and Cabrera. Infield, Ramirez, Lindor, Kipnis, Encarnacion. Making his sixth start at first base, Yan Gomes is the catcher. And the Lexus Experience amazing starting pitcher for Cleveland tonight is the young right-hander Adam Plutko. Those are his numbers from AAA Columbus, 4-3 with a .225. Second major league start here tonight.
Got the win in his first start. That was game 2 of a doubleheader on May 3rd against the Blue Jays. 1-1 on Ian Happ. The leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Happ gets a hit here, Binny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Let go in for Josh Tomlin, who gave up the homer to Happ in the ninth last night.
Plutko, in terms of stuff, maybe a little bit short. He's not a real hard thrower. Has good fastball command. His secondary pitches, according to the scouting report I got, just so-so.
Just missed on a heater, and it's 3-2. And he walked him. Boy, Ian has had a very discerning eye here as of late. He's taken a ton of walks.
He's gotten over the hump. He went into that slump, and when players, especially guys without a ton of experience, start to struggle, they tend to try to swing their way out of slumps, and then you start chasing bad balls, and you get caught guessing. You get caught in between fastball, changeup. We've seen a lot of that. I liken it to a student who's having a hard time grasping a concept, and then when they finally get it, now the light goes on. It seems like the light is on for Ian right now.
Leadoff man aboard. Kyle Schwarber, the batter. And he takes ball one. Kelly Crow has more on Ian Happ. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, guys. Yeah, Lynn, you mentioned the discerning eye. Certainly, Ian Happ saying that's something he feels like he's seeing the strike zone really well right now. And he said you really have to ride those highs and lows, and even referenced Anthony Rizzo's baseball card and said you see the numbers every year in and year out. That's just what you got to do. It's being consistent, and that's what he is trying to do right now for the team.
Thank you, Kelly. Schwarber in the air, down the left field line, into foul territory goes Brantley, and Happ is going to get doubled. Well, that can't happen. Not sure if he lost sight of where the ball was or not, but we'll get another look.
Yeah, I think he thought there was a chance his ball was going to drop fair, but and then he kind of blew out a little bit as he turned, and then you see the sense of urgency as he tries to scramble back, but drifted a little too far from shore there.
So we've seen 3 outs on the bases already combined. And it's Chris Bryant in his 498th major league game, and takes off the outside corner.
Yeah, and you got a young guy making his second big league start. You don't want to give him any easy outs. You want to try to apply some early pressure, see if you can rattle him a little bit. Doubleheader start against Toronto that you referenced. He gave up 3 solo home runs. Those were the only runs he allowed in game 2 of a doubleheader. I think they played 12 innings in game 1. The bullpen was pretty well gassed. He stepped up and gave them 7 1/3.
Sharply hit grounder, backhanded by Ramirez, and he'll rifle it over to Encarnacion, and we've completed an inning on a gorgeous night. 0-0. best. John Lester, 18 career starts, regular and postseason against the Cleveland Indians. Edwin Encarnacion bounces foul. He's playing first tonight.
These guys have faced off a fair bit over the years. Encarnacion 10 out of 44 against John. That's a .227 batting average. He's hit 3 long balls against him.
14th major league season for Encarnacion, hitting just .212, but has 10 home runs on the season, 358 in his career.
Got off to a slow start, better of late.
April 25th in Cleveland, Encarnacion went down and got one.
Yeah, that was a weird game for John. He was really good, threw the ball very well in that game, but he gave up 3 solo home runs in that one. He only allowed 4 hits. 3 of them left the yard.
Gave us maybe the best quote of the year by a Cub after that game, right? Whoever said solo home runs can't beat you was full of blank.
Cheese.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 6th start at first for Encarnacion, who DHs more often than he plays the field.
He came up with the Reds as a third baseman.
In the left field corner, it is foul.
Cracked his bat, needs a new one. He's excuse me, hit 30 or more home runs in each of the last 6 seasons. He's the only major league player. It's a similar streak going. First since Cabrera. Miguel did it from 07 to 13.
Jason Hayward in right. We're out number 1. We'll bring up Melky Cabrera. 3rd game with Cleveland. Picked up his first hit, an RBI double last night. Looked like he said hello to Contreras and Ted Barrett and said, "You okay?" Maybe at one point, just to have a little fun, you could say, "Well, actually, I got up a little late today. My right side of my back's bothering me." Okay, too much information. I'm ready. I got a hit.
Do you really want to know?
Well, you asked. 2-0 on Cabrera. Lester leads the staff in ERA. 2.52, 8th best in the National League. High fly to left. Schwarber on the dirt. So Cabrera just missed one.
Everything's a home run at Harry Carey's. Enjoy out of this world smoked barbecue and local craft beers on the lakefront patio at Harry Carey's Tavern at Navy Pier this summer. For more information, visit harrycareys.com.
Now Yan Gomes, the catcher, with 2 outs.
You realize she was yawning as you were saying Yan Gomes. I shot at a fan out there.
You were going to make a Yanni Laurel.
No. Laurel Gomes.
I think that joke has expired. These days it has a shelf life of about 2 days, right? Before we move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Whipped into right. That's their 3rd hit. And we'll bring up Jason Kipnis. Really impressed with how John dealt with the weather delays. His last 3 starts were all affected by rain. not only survived it, he thrived, especially that start in Cincinnati. Strike one.
Shielding his eyes at first base as he took the lead. The sun at this time of night an issue over there at first.
Fitness was tardy on 92. Speaking of tardy, did you see Marcell Ozuna was late to the ballpark and not in the Cardinal lineup today? I mentioned earlier the Cardinals lost 5-2 to the Royals in 10. High fly ball to right. And it is Hayward to make the grab. And in fact, Ozuna didn't even pinch hit in that game today.
Got beaten extra innings.
Or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Cubs batting in the second inning. Scoreless tie. Anthony Rizzo takes outside and high for ball one.
I think Riz's going to have a night tonight.
Yeah, we've seen good signs here lately. Facing an unfamiliar foe in Adam Plutko.
Plutko was on the UCLA team that last night starter Trevor Bauer pitched for, and Garrett Cole, former Pirate, now Astro, is one of the best pitchers in baseball so far this year. And apparently Plutko was the Friday night starter there at UCLA. As goes to the #1 guy on the staff.
Yeah, he helped lead the Bruins to their first ever College World Series title, 2013. Agent in history there. And Rizzo pops up a bunt foul.
3-1. It's a head scratcher.
Well, he's got a lot of room over there down the third base line and leading off an inning, but I bet you he'll follow that with a big swing. Bounces foul.
Yeah, I have no problem with the play. Leading off an inning using the ball. We've seen him do it a little bit shorter from time to time, but 3-1. A slugger. If I'm Joe Madden and Chili Davis, I'd say, hey, Riz, go ahead and swing it.
Pletka went to high school in Glendora, California. Now lives in Dallas, Texas. He's manager and hitting coach. Converse. Ball 4.
All's well, it ends well. Leadoff man on for the second consecutive inning.
And the catcher Contreras batting 5th tonight.
I want to circle back to that Ozuna thing. That's bothering me a little bit. I don't understand the concept of benching a guy because he's late to the ballpark. Now, if he's so late that he can't get ready to play the game, I get it, but strictly as a disciplinary measure, why make your team weaker just because you're mad at the guy for showing up? But fine him, something like that. I don't agree with the benching.
Yeah, I don't know all the details. Reading the St. Louis Post-Dispatch column after the game, Michael Wacha quoted, that stuff happens. I heard he set multiple alarms. Some people honestly sleep right through them. No hard feelings here. He's a great teammate. Ozuna said, I made a mistake. That gets by, and Rizzo will trot to second.
On Gomes charged with a pass ball. So Contreras charged with getting him in. If not, get him over.
So Pletka walked the leadoff man in the first. He's done it again here in the second. And has gone 3-0 on Contreras. Well, 3-1. To get him on the roster today, the Indians placed outfielder Brandon Guyer on the disabled list with a neck injury, so add him to the list. Zimmer, Chisenhall, Naquin, and Guyer. 4 outfielders currently on the DL. That's why Melky Cabrera's here and has been in the lineup the last 3 days. Contreras thought it was ball 4. Instead, it's 3-2.
Now on the play, borderline. It's one of those ones that nobody's going to be happy. Either side is going to be barking a little bit. Cubs no doubt thought it was down, but Pletka not gotten the call. Ted Barrett would have heard from Terry Francona. Maybe they'll get they'll re-sign Willie Mays Hayes. Play a little outfield for the Tribe.
I don't know if Roger Doran ever played a corner spot as Contreras draws the walk. So back-to-back walks.
Flipping the script here.
Yeah, this is what got Chatwood in trouble last night. Brings up Javier Baez.
Well, you can see where this would be a little unnerving for Pletka. Second big league start here at Wrigley Field, this historic ballpark, jam-packed. It's in a dynamic lineup. His reputation again is a guy with good fastball command, so he's just trying to work out of zone right now. The Cubs doing a nice job laying off.
2 on, nobody out. Swing and a miss.
It's a different animal now that Javi's up there. You can probably get away with staying out of the zone.
Last night, he picked up his major league leading 5th triple. The Cubs lead the majors with 17. Javier hosted families before the game affected by the hurricane in Puerto Rico. Big group on the field maybe an hour before the game. Waiting for a ton of power. The pitch was up and fouled away.
Looked like a cut fastball at 84. If it was meant to be a slider, it was a really bad one.
Still 2 strikes to Baez.
Yeah, I think watching this at bat, you get a sense of Plutko's strengths and weaknesses, because most right-handed pitchers at some point would throw a sweeping breaking ball or sharp breaking ball down and away to look for the chase. He tried the one slider and it was a hanger that got fouled off. And we saw Gomes call for the elevated fastball. So I just don't think he has that swing and miss breaking ball.
Called strike 3 on a fastball. His first strikeout tonight.
Had some bad ones and took the good one, but I'm guessing Javi was thinking slider there, and you see the little nod of the head. You got me guessing the wrong way.
Russell hitless in 4 tries in game 1, batting 7th tonight. Rizzo the runner at second, Contreras at first. And a drive out into deep center. That ball is caught by Davis. What a catch. He pulled it out of the vines. Oh, he missed a home run by a couple of feet, and instead it's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, you figured if it didn't end up in the basket, it would at least be off the wall for extra bases, but Rajai Davis fully intent on breaking the Cubs fans' hearts.
Well, that is a very tough play. You get out there with the brick wall, the ivy, the basket overhang. Can't do it much better than that. And Addison saying, why me? Even a pretty soft landing, which isn't easy, right? With the momentum carrying you into the wall.
Yeah, the timing was outstanding.
So it's up to Hayward with 2 outs. We've seen some defense here tonight on both sides. Ball 1 on Jason. Two 2-0 on Hayward. The pitcher is on deck. Cubs don't have a hit, but they've walked 3 times.
Two outs in the pitcher next. You might be inclined to turn Hayward loose here.
Ball 4. They're loaded on walks.
Expect Plutko to be a lot more aggressive now that opposing pitchers in the batter's box, and so I would advise John, be ready to swing, man.
Pitch to Lester, check swing bouncer, and Lindor will throw him out. Cubs lead, the bases loaded. What a play by Davis. Still 0-0 after 2 innings.
Baez hosting 3 different families here tonight at Wrigley Field, all of whom were affected by Hurricane Maria. And these families are actually staying with host families right now here in Chicago who have ties to Puerto Rico. But Baez spent some time with them, as you can see here in the dugout before the game, signed some autographs, took some pictures, and chatted with them for quite a while. And this is all part of his Los Magos community initiative. And Baez, this is something he holds near and dear to his heart, as many of you know. And he told me, you know, anything I can do to take their minds off of what is going on at home, I just want to try and brighten their day. They still need a lot of help, Lynn and JD. So Javier Baez trying to keep his face in front of an initiative here that means a lot to him.
Great stuff. Thank you, Kelly. A few boo birds for Rajai Davis. Maybe as much for the catch he made in the last half inning and the home run he hit in Game 7. But as we said last night, all's well that ends well if you're a Cubs fan.
Anthony Rizzo really pinching in at first base.
And it pulled in as well, as Davis still runs well, even though he's 37.
Yeah. And all 30-something outfield here tonight with he, Brantley, and Cabrera.
In the left center, and Davis has a leadoff single. Pletko coming up. He has never batted as a pro baseball player. Minors or majors, so as nervous as he was on the mound, got to be some nerves and butterflies here at the plate.
Probably hit though, because he's rocking those Joe Mauer sideburns.
Right. He'll be asked to get a bunt down here.
Highly unlikely that he batted in college, so it's probably been since high school. A little wobbly there. Davis measuring a very aggressive lead.
So Pletko did a good job. And we'll get high fives in his dugout. Let's check out the trophy room. Presented by Motorola. Next time you're at Gallagher Way, make sure you stop by. Such great memories. From 2 Octobers ago, Novembers. Game 7 was a gorgeous night in Cleveland. On November 2nd, 2016. Comes a throw, and Davis is back in, and Baez did a good job to keep it out of center.
That's the thing. I think it's become a little bit easier to steal third base against John than first base. They do such a good job shutting down the running game. But if you're Rajai Davis, if you don't go, you better be leaning hard back to second base.
Popped up by Lindor. Outside, it'll be Russell.
Cub fans, nobody tops your passion and nothing beats the experience of Cubs baseball at Wrigley Field. Be part of it all season long. Everybody in. Tickets are still available for the 3-game weekend series with the Giants. Get yours now at Cubs.com.
Brantley extended his hitting streak to 12. In the first inning single. He was caught stealing. He's playing on an $11.5 million club option. And a little bit of a risk for the Indians, right? Considering his recent injury history. But man, has he been terrific. Go ahead run in scoring position with 2 outs.
He's had a heck of a career, lifetime .295 hitter, .350 on base. Bunch of doubles.
That's floated out into center, base hit, and the Indians grab the lead. Michael Brantley, 2 for 2, and it's 1-0.
He is effectively using the last couple of inches on that bat tonight. Little flare into shallow center first time, and similar here. It's a soft little liner out into right center again, right off the end of the bat, the cut fastball. John gets weak contact, but unfortunately for him, Brantley finds a little seam in the defense.
Got to deal with Ramirez, whom he struck out in the first. A guy who doesn't strike out very often. That's why Tito had Brantley on the move in the first place. Some guys change a little bit in terms of their repertoire, but I'm sure as Terry Francona watches John Lester from the other dugout, he would probably tell you not much has changed about his former big lefty in Boston.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons why the Cubs signed him to that 6-year deal is they thought he would, you know, 1, maintain his stuff, and 2, if he did start to lose his stuff, would still be a very competitive pitcher.
excellent pitchability, as they say.
Andy Pettit
will get Ramirez. Indians strike first on the Brantley single. It's 1-0 in the third inning. Moment later on in tonight's game. Hey, we want to send out congrats to Lily and Jason Lutz. They welcomed Colette Catherine into the world on May 17th. Pounds 3 ounces, a healthy baby girl. Bob Albrecht is a grandfather. Congrats to Bob. Foul strike on Ian Happ. Checked his swing and fouled it off himself. Walked in the first and then was doubled off and a foul out by Schwarber.
.333 batting averages.
He doesn't look like a grandpa.
Grandpa.
Well, maybe a little. The hair, a little, just a little. 1-2.
333, an OPS of just under 1,400 over his last 13 ball games. In many ways, Ian's very symbolic of what's gone on with the Cubs offensively this year. He's really rode that roller coaster of highs and lows. Like the team overall, the numbers overall really good for Ian now. 370 on base, 539 slugging percentage.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Klett goes 2-2. He's fouled out of play to left. You mentioned the crowd, man. This is one of the biggest we've seen this year. And why not? Indians and Cubs on a beautiful night. It's about the third 2-strike pitch tonight that Happ has just said, not interested.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a guy who's gaining confidence, feeling a little more comfortable in the box.
High fly out in the deep center. Davis just got to the track and made the catch on the grass and one away.
And the other part of it is too, some pitchers, guys just see better, and maybe he sees Plutko very well. Plutko looks like he's throwing four-seam fastballs, has pretty good riding action when it's up, but he's not sinking the ball, doesn't have a lot of movement.
Schwarber looks at a strike. Indians shift to the right on the infield. And that is low. Hey, great to see Chicago area native and former Cub, briefly a Cub, Jody Garrett on the left, working with Jim Rosenhaus tonight on Indians radio. Jody had a great rookie year with Cleveland. 2003, hit 22 home runs. And he's filling in for Tom Hamilton, the longtime voice of the Indians tonight. Jody's a Stanford guy.
Yeah.
Pretty smart dude. Foul on the ground by Schwarber. Giants are the Cubs' next opponent. They lost today in Houston. They got swept in that series, scored a total of 3 runs. 4-1 the final as Justin Verlander had his ERA go up. He gave up 1 run in 6 innings and beat Jeff Samardzija.
So 108 now, right?
Yeah. So Samardzija will not pitch this weekend against his former team. Jeff dropped to 1-3. He walked 5, gave up 4 runs today, 3 earned and 4 2/3. Brandon Belt had 2 more hits. What a year he's had. Called strike 3.
Second strikeout for Plutko. Both looking. This time it's a 2-seam fastball. There's a little running action there. Apparently got the inside corner.
Bryant started the day second in the National League in on-base plus slugging, trailing only Brandon Belt. You have often spoken fondly in the past about Belt.
Yeah, I like
who was an all-star 2 years ago, but going into this year with all the great first basemen in the league, you wouldn't have necessarily made him a great candidate, but you have to say he's almost a shoe-in at this point.
He's that next tier typically. You think Votto, Rizzo, Goldschmidt, Freeman.
Still 0-2 on Bryant. Indians took the lead on the top of this 3rd inning. And Michael Brantley's 2-out RBI hit. Rookie Adam Plutko on an 0-2, and he strikes out Bryant. So he seems to be settling in. A 1-2-3 3rd inning, and it's 1-0 Cleveland.
presented by the MLB Network. For tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Lester versus Encarnacion, and he curved him to start the fourth. 106th start as a Chicago Cub with a big lefty. 0-2.
Well, after his last inning, John had a little conversation with Ted Barrett before heading back to the dugout. Maybe did a little lobbying effort.
Swing and a miss.
His
second strikeout.
Yeah, great work there. A couple of slow curveballs and then elevated cutter, changing the eye level to get the punch out of Encarnacion. Really schooled him with that sequence. Drifting out onto that front foot was Encarnacion. I think that would create a lot of head movement.
Cabrera applied to the warning track in the second inning. Out and left. Switch hitter. Waits on an 0-1. Bounced foul. I'd like to welcome all the Cub fans watching and streaming NBC Sports Chicago on CTI Fiber in Taylorville, Illinois, and also watching us on ESPN UK. Five hits for the Indians so far, none for the Cubs.
All singles for Cleveland, making a lot of hard contact against John. Brentley's got a couple blue pits. Cabrera just a little under 300 lifetime against John, and he, like Encarnacion, has seen a lot of them over the years. Looking at Melky today, somewhere I was doing a little reading on Melky, and I just figured he was like 38. Man, this guy's been around forever.
Debuted as a 20-year-old with the Yankees.
Yeah, he's 33. He's a young man.
Well, that's what, we talked last night. You look at what he did last year. He played 156 games. In previous decades, he's the kind of guy who would have signed in the middle of the winter, right? He didn't sign till April. And it was a minor league deal. Called strike three. Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the Chicago Cubs into your X1 voice remote and get live team stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. Inside corner. And a strike to Gomes. So what is that a function of? I mean, it was a unique winter. We know that. I think other factors could include velocity now. We saw Jose Bautista. As you said, you get to a certain age, you got to start cheating a little bit, particularly with all the velocity now. One other thing I wonder about, JD, is certain guys make so much money now that they might not sign a deal earlier in an offseason, waiting for the better deal that might not come.
Right,
and then they're kind of
the market gets constricted, right. And all of a sudden the teams that they thought they would be in play with have filled their rosters, and now they lose leverage.
But the guys like Chris Carter, Adam Lind, Mark Reynolds. It's been a tough couple of years for those guys to continue to find work, even though they've been productive. 1-0 Indians in the fourth.
Anthony Rizzo leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth for the Cubs, and the winner of the Roberto Clemente Award last year still continues his great work in the community today, visiting with children here at the Lurie Children's Hospital. He delivered some Rizzo bears and blankets and other goodies, and then handed over a $1 million check to pay off another portion of the Rizzo Family Foundation pledge. And guys, even on the Cubs off day tomorrow, Rizzo will be doing another hospital visit down in Peoria.
Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable what he does, and taking his off day, and a guy who plays every day, and heading down to Peoria. 2 thumbs up, Anthony. And a foul strike on him. Cubs down 1-0. Up and in. He walked to lead off the second. Scooter Gennett has just homered again for the Reds, his 9th.
Goodness. Hit a grand slam last night.
It's the Reds on the board as they trail the Pirates 4-1 now in the 7th inning. Pleko's 2-1 is bounced to Ramirez, the third baseman, basically at the shortstop position.
Pleko pretty wobbly early on with his command. 4 walks in the first 2 innings. And still really hasn't established a real good breaking ball. That was a changeup he had Anthony out in front of. You know, he hasn't given in. That's probably been the key. Staying out of the middle of the zone. He got KB to chase a bad ball. Something you rarely see. That cutter that was well off the plate to end the third.
Wilson Contreras takes outside. You know, if Adam has a really good major league career, they might dedicate a little league field in his name at some point. They could call it Pleko Park. Swing and a miss.
They could do that even if he didn't have a really good major league career.
He did not pitch in 2013 after he was drafted due to a stress fracture in his shoulder. He had right hip surgery last October. How about this note? He made his big league debut 2 years ago in relief. In that game, while he was pitching, his wife Allison caught a foul ball that slipped through the protective netting behind home plate. Way up in the air to right. Long run in, and Cabrera gobbles it up.
Country superstar Luke Bryan is bringing his What Makes You Country tour to the friendly confines. It'll happen Saturday, September 1st. Opening acts include Sam Hunt, John Party, and Carly Pierce. Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com/concerts.
Baez caught looking at a fastball in the second. Cubs still without a hit. 2 outs, 4th inning. What is Pletko doing to keep Cubs hitters off balance?
Just staying out of the middle of the zone, I think. Pretty good breaking ball there, but and I don't mean to take anything away from the kid, but as you watch, there's nothing that you go, wow, right? You're not nasty swing and miss slider, or you're not seeing a real good off-speed pitch. Fastball with a little carry, I think, is a pretty good weapon for him. But he's been behind in a lot of counts, plus the walks, and I think it's just he's been pretty stubborn and not throwing the ball over the heart of the plate.
High fly to left. Brantley, and that's it. Cubs go in order for the 2nd consecutive inning. 7 straight sent down by Pletko. First inning defense. Kyle Schwarber, nice sliding play, and then the throw to get Lindor. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. That ended the inning. Good stuff.
Yeah, boy. Pitcher loves to get that kind of help, especially early as you're trying to settle into the flow of the game.
One and one on Northbrook's Jason Kipnis.
He's a standout football player as well as a baseball player in high school. He's a wide receiver.
Team captain on both the baseball and football teams. Went to Kentucky and then ASU, and started his minor league career as an outfielder before moving to second base. Numbers down last year. He was on the DL 3 times. Still trying to get it going here in 2018. Ground ball backhanded. Baez off balance throw in time.
A little more defense for you.
Rizzo comes way in as Davis bats for the second time. Single and the only run in the third. He played 3 sports in Groton, Connecticut. Basketball, baseball, and football. And Davis was a second baseman coming out of high school, and now he's an outfielder.
Two 2-0. I think Anthony could back off a little bit here. He's not likely to bunt on 2-0.
Davis back with the Indians for the second time in his career. And a base hit. Davis 2 for 2 plus the big defensive play in center. So Davis has been an Athletic at 2 different stages of his career and an Indian 2 different times. And it's your theory, right, that when teams bring a guy back, that usually means he's a real good guy.
Pretty good guy.
Yeah. Big lead. Rizzo charging. Throw to second. That's a planned play. And Davis back in safely.
It's a high risk play. High risk, high reward. Anthony crashes early, and that allows Davis to float a little bit further off the base. Baez comes sprinting over.
Letko did lay down a bunt in the third. This time he fouls. And it helped the Indians get that first run. Have you ever seen a shot of Tito in a dugout not chewing something?
No, and
Ever.
I was just thinking if you were to have a stereotypical baseball manager, the look, if you're central casting, he'd be the guy.
Absolutely.
Give us a baseball manager. Well, there you go. A little gumbaco working.
Go again. He's making all you pitchers look bad. First 2 times he's ever batted in the minors or the majors, he's laid down 2 bunts.
It's not that hard. Next Wednesday on NBC Sports Chicago, the Cubs wrap up their series in the Steel City. It'll be Cubs Pirates. Coverage begins at 6, or you can stream the game live on the NBC Sports app. That's next Wednesday. Cubs and the Buccos.
Lindor with a runner at second takes a strike. One more look at the bunt.
It's not great technique, but he gets the job done. Used his legs well. Davis kind of wasted in the 8-hole in this batting order here tonight because, with his ability to steal bases, it's kind of taken away with the pitcher behind him, and you're asking the pitcher just to bunt him over. Last time he was out there, he had designs on stealing third base, but Lindor popped up pretty early. Might have even been on the first pitch. Now with 2 outs, it's not a real high percentage play.
Bounce to third. Throw is in time to get the speedy Lindor. So this time Davis stranded at second base. Still 1-0 Indians, 5th inning. Congrats. One of the newest members of the WGN Radio Walk of Fame. So congrats to Cap and Chuck Swirsky. 1-0 on Addison Russell.
Maybe the best hit ball of the night. Russell's deep drive to center that Davis tracked down just in front of the wall.
It came with 2 men on in the second inning. Pletko's 1-1 is foul.
Hey, he likes to work up in the zone with that fastball, and Russell's pretty good at getting on top of that pitch.
Off the inside corner. You're going to be all right with another off day tomorrow? We just had one.
Yeah. Probably make it work.
The Yankees have done something they had never done before. And it's pretty interesting. It's the kind of thing you'd think no Yankee team had ever done it before. Some of the offensive stars they've had. They've hit at least 3 home runs in 5 consecutive games for the first time ever.
And they had 5 the other day. They're winning 10-7 tonight. Is that including tonight?
Yes.
Don't go up there.
Foul tip, strike 3.
On Sunday, June 10th, Cubs are hosting Pride Day at Wrigley Field. All participants who purchase tickets through the Cubs Community Nights page receive a Pride-themed Cubs trucker hat. A portion of proceeds will benefit the LGBT community. For more information, visit Cubs.com/community nights. The Pirates are in town that weekend.
I didn't see the circumstances, but Aaron Boone got ejected, I think, last night for the first time as a big league manager.
Congratulations,
yeah,
Boone.
That's a welcome to the fraternity moment. Hayward in the air to right. Cabrera over in the corner. And he's got it.
Looked promising initially. Got underneath it a little bit. Yeah, I remember talking to Larry Dierker when he first got the managerial gig down in Houston, and he said it was kind of an awkward feeling when he first went out to argue. It's just, what am I doing out here? And you kind of have to learn how to do it.
There are kind of assumptions and stories about managers who get kicked out who kind of start or continue to manage the game, right? Lester lines to Davis. I can tell you, Joe Madd's not one of those guys. When he gets ejected, bench coach takes over. 1-0 Indians after 5. Cubs still without a hit. Presented by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side.
Kid was working on his. If I didn't see him, you were reading.
Cubs being no hit through 5 innings by Adam Pletko, who's making just his second major league start. It doesn't feel like it, but it's true.
No, yeah, it hasn't been dominant. A bunch of strikeouts, but he's been hitless so far. So that means John Lester takes the mound here in the 6th, faced in meat of the order for the 3rd time. With a certain amount of pressure in this 1-0 ball game.
Strike to Brantley, average up to 340. He's got the go-ahead RBI tonight. Indians will fly home after this one. 0-2.
Yeah, they'll host the Astros this weekend. They just left Houston. And right now it's lined up for Trevor Bauer to face Garrett Cole, the former UCLA teammates. And
That'll be fun.
And Bauer kind of took a shot at Cole and the Astros recently, accusing them of perhaps doctoring the ball a little bit. So that'll be a fun one to watch.
And you know what? We'll be able to watch that one. It's Sunday afternoon. Cubs and Giants will be featured on Sunday Night Baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Smart veteran hitter. You could see it just in the approaches at bat. Took a big swing on 0-0, so he went up there, gambled, tried to drive the ball into the gap, maybe hit it out of the ballpark. Came up empty, but he knew he had a couple strikes to play with, and worked his way back even here. And the last swing much more controlled with 2 strikes. And you see it again there. Just a little toe tap sets that front foot down.
Three and 2.
Jake Arrieta, good tonight. 6 2/3 scoreless against Atlanta. Phillies leading that one 3-0 late.
In on the hands and fought off foul.
It's a battle between the top 2 in the NL East. Atlanta game and a half better than Philly coming into play tonight. Washington 3 back, and that's 3.5.
Did you mention the Yankees were ahead?
Well, they were. Not anymore.
No, they're not. They trail 11-10 in the 6th.
Good try. That was a great sequence by Brantley, and good work by Lester, too. A couple veterans really battling, and John made a good pitch here, trying to shave that outside corner. Brantley able to lay off to take the walk. So he's perfect tonight. A couple of singles and a free pass. That's just the first walk for John tonight.
0-1 on Ramirez. 56 doubles last year.
He's a modern day Tris Speaker.
He debuted in 2013 when he was 20 years old. 25, and he pops it up over near the Cubs dugout. Bryant makes the catch, and the out is called as he dropped it on the exchange and gets an assist from Jim Hickey, the pitching coach.
Hick thought about bailing out. He said, wait a minute, I got more important things to do. Prop up our all-star slugger and help him make a play.
Encarnacion takes a strike on a curveball. 0 for 2, struck out in the 4th.
As we get into warmer weather, I think the curveball will become an increasingly valuable pitch for John. And when it's really cold, as it has been much of the year, it's just hard to feel that pitch and command it. He was very good with it last time, as I mentioned, in Cincinnati. Good here tonight. It's pretty much a freebie on 0-0. You can throw that curveball over. Most guys aren't looking for it. Most guys start the at-bat looking for a fastball, or looking in a certain part of the plate, and they see spin and just take it.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Check out the variety of luxury premier options that Wrigley Field has to offer for your next client, corporate, or family function. Like an all-inclusive suite experience, daily suite rentals are still available for select games throughout the season. For details, visit Cubs.com/premier.
Strike 1 to Cabrera. Brantley led off the inning with a walk. Now 2 down. He's still at first base, and that ball's rolled foul.
The real weakness of the Indians club has been their bullpen. ERA above 8 in the month of May. I feel like if you can keep it close, you got a really good chance to beat them late. The opportunity never came last night as the Indians piled on early.
That'll go 1-3. Leadoff walk does not hurt Lester. Bottom 6. Cleveland 1. Cubs 0. SAA honors our fallen heroes. Bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs base runners tonight. They've had 4 of them, all on walks, no hits. They have hit the ball hard a couple of times, but no luck so far against Adam Pletko. Half bounces to first. Encarnacion has it unassisted.
Kid's feeling it now. That's 11 in a row he has retired.
Cubs bats 0 for 15. It's Kyle Schwarber.
Challenge for the Cub hitters now is not to go up there with the mindset of I've got to break up the no-hitter. The mindset has to be the same as it should always be. I've got to have a good at-bat.
Yes. Well, it's a 1-0 game, right? So if it were 8 or 9-0, you might think I'm going to get the first hit. Schwarber hit hard on a bounce, couple of bounces to Kipnis. Not a great throw, but Encarnacion able to stretch.
And both balls in this inning hit fairly hard, especially that one. But on the ground into the shift. The whole conversation about exit velocity. It's always important to hit the ball hard, but are you hitting it hard in the air or are you hitting it hard on the ground? Line drives turn into base hits. Hard hit fly balls that sometimes leave the ballpark. Against the shift, hard on the ground, oftentimes turns into an out.
Bryant with 2 outs. High fly left field. We talked about butterflies for Plesko. Pitching here at Wrigley Field. Then he's able to settle in. Maybe some butterflies coming back.
Yeah,
because he's got a no-hitter through 6.
History here.
1-0 Indians.
Just $10 for every regular season home game. Fans can register online for the opportunity to purchase up to 4 tickets. Registration opens 48 hours before the game and closes 24 hours prior to the scheduled first pitch. No fee to enter. For details, Cubs.com/1060tickets.
John Lester's job just to keep the Indians close. It's only a 1-0 game. Swing and a miss by Gomes.
John doing what he's been doing all year long, really. He's only allowed more than 3 runs in a game once.
He has been the bedrock in that rotation. Ground ball right side. Baez to Rizzo. The proverbial big toe.
He has been the big toe.
That brings up Kipnis. Got away from John. Kyle Hendricks will pitch on Friday against left-hander Derek Holland. Jose Quintana Saturday night versus right-hander Chris Stratton. Yu Darvish Sunday night against Ty Block, who actually made the opening day start for the Giants. This Madison Bumgarner likely to go out and make a rehab start this weekend, coming back from a broken left hand. Johnny Cueto's got a sprained elbow.
The Giants in the last couple of years have had to deal with a lot of injury issues. Their pitching is near the bottom of the league, and obviously it's going to be impacted greatly when there's no Cueto or Bumgarner.
Lester behind 3-1 on Kipnis.
Early on, it looked like the Diamondbacks were going to take control of that NL West, but they've been in a deep funk for a good while now, and the Rockies have taken over first place.
All right, I'll ask. It's May 23rd. Who wins the West?
I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Guess if you force me to make a wager. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm going to go Diamondbacks.
Okay. Schwarber moving to his right.
As bad as they've been lately, I think they got a chance to get their pitching back in order. And honestly, I say this not being fully informed, because I'm not sure exactly what the injury status is of some of the guys out in that division, who's going to be back sooner rather than later. Got to figure that Paul Goldschmidt will start to hit at some point.
Yes.
A.J. Pollock, how long is he out for? He was playing at MVP caliber when he got hurt.
I think over a month. 1-0 to Davis.
But not like year ending or anything like that. Because Corey Seager's done for the year, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Four to 8 weeks. Fractured left thumb for Pollock. Swing and a miss.
Rajay not happy with singles. Trying to inflict some serious damage. Has not hit a home run this year.
Hayward comes over to the side wall and he makes the grab. 7th inning stretch coming up. Brought to you by St. Xavier University.
Your attention to the outfield video boards.
All right. Let me hear you. Good and loud. On 1, on 2, on 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back or it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old ball.
Adam Pletko, 7th inning. No hitting the Cubs through 6. Just over 80 pitches on the night. This is his 2nd major league start, 4th major league appearance. And pitching at Wrigley Field for the first time. Rizzo with a base hit. Maybe extra bases. It's a double. Cubs on the hit board. And a man in scoring position with nobody out.
We'll see if they can break through now. Put a little pressure on this young right-hander. Again, he's been working up in the zone with that fastball all night long, trying to crowd Rizzo. This time it leaks back out over the plate. And Anthony delivers a mighty blow, leadoff double to set the table. It's Carl Willis.
Yep. Carl Willis with Andrew Miller getting loose. That is a 5th double for Rizzo, and they've all come here fairly recently.
Yeah, I was going to say prior to the Rizzo double, the best case scenario for Terry Francona is probably let go, give up a hit in this inning, but keep the Cubs off the board so he could hit for him leading off the next inning and turn this game over to Miller and Allen. It's a leadoff double and Miller getting ready in a hurry here. It may be sooner than that they go to the bullpen. The breakdown pitches per inning really efficient after that 25 pitch 2nd inning. Just 5 to get through last inning.
3 shots to get Rizzo in. Starting with Wilson Contreras. And he bunts foul. That was not a sac bunt method there. That was more of a, I want to get the bunt down and maybe get a hit out of it if I can. At the very least, move the runner up maneuver. Going from your long hyphenated thought the other night. Carl Edwards Jr. up in the Cubs bullpen.
Get him over, get him in, get him over at least. Worst case scenario.
That'll get him over. Kipnis can't get him. Infield hit. Contreras. Lost his footing, and that was all it took.
Well, I thought he was going to be able to stay upright and make this play once he went down, and he knew it was going to be dicey, and took him a while to get the ship righted there. Infield knock for Contreras. He went into that slide trying to pop up and wasn't able to pull it off.
Double infield hit. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Looks like that'll be it for Pletko.
Well, he's made 2 starts for the Indians now, and he's performed very well both times.
It will be Andrew Miller to face Javier Baez when we return. 1-0 Indians. Cubs threatening in the 7th. relief of the Chicago Cubs. And it is left-hander Andrew Miller.
Still on the DL with a hamstring strain. Cost him a good chunk of the early part of the season. He's appeared in 15 games, 1-2 with an ERA of 3. Saw him in the ball game last night. He's coming off the disabled list. He's pitched 4 times and allowed runs in 2 of those 4 outings. But when he's right, he's one of the best in the business.
Yeah, and I think Tito got him in last night just to face a batter because he hadn't pitched in a week.
Yeah, a little back thing kept him out of action for a couple of days.
The way Tito has used Miller has really kind of changed the paradigm around baseball as everyone's kind of looked for the next Andrew Miller. Here we go. Baez fouls, the kind of guy who can come into the game in a spot just like this, get out of a tough jam, and maybe give you multiple innings ahead of the closer.
Long and lean, 6'7", 205, gives you tough angles, tough on both right and left-handed hitters. He works from the third base side of the rubber.
Bunted by Baez. Rizzo tries to score, and he's going to be out. If he tagged him, he's out.
That tag was high.
So Joe will want another look at it just to make sure. Doesn't seem as though Anthony has an argument. And Rizzo thought about maybe, and he's out, getting into a rundown. You saw a little hesitation because he knew he was going to be out.
Yeah, the problem with that can be a pretty high degree of difficulty play for a pitcher, especially one as tall as Miller. So as you watch that play develop, if you're the base runner, Joe's going to challenge it. He wants to challenge it.
Well, you might as well. We're in the 7th inning, and once you get to the 8th, you can ask for one even if you lose it. And why not? Even if it's a 50-50 or 40-60.
And this might be a little bit just messing with Miller a little bit too. Because of the replay we had, it looked like pretty clearly he was out, unless he's arguing that Gomes is blocking the plate, but I don't think he was. He didn't step in front of home plate until he caught the ball. Anthony never gets home plate until his back leg does. The top leg is over the top of home plate. Brushed him on the leg.
So what's interesting about Andrew Miller is that, you know, early in his career, in his early 20s, and Rizzo was out, he was a starter and put up some really high ERAs. Detroit, Florida, Boston, and then once he went to the bullpen, everything changed. He's been one of the best in the game over the past 6 or 7 years. First and second for Addison Russell. And a strike.
A lot of walks early in his career.
And we'll never know the answer to the question, but I guess it's a question for him at some point, is did those failures as a starter help make him the pitcher he is today as a reliever?
Yeah, and I don't know the narrative. I don't remember what was going on with him. But as I look at the numbers, he pretty high walk rate early in his career. And, you know, especially for a guy 6'7", it can be a difficult thing to repeat that delivery. You know, we saw it with Randy Johnson early in his career. He had a hard time throwing strikes.
1-2.
Kind of reminds you of Randy with that arm angle and the depth on his slider.
Well, he has had a lot of injuries on the DL in 07, 08, 09, 12, 13, 15, twice last year and once already this year. Russell stays alive. 6th overall pick of the Tigers, first round 2006 out of North Carolina. Russell takes 2-2. Golden opportunity here. First and third, nobody out. But now first and second with one away. Very awkward swing for strike 3.
Yeah, the first and third bunt is almost a default play for the Cubs with one out, depending on where they are in their batting order. This time it came with nobody out. I think it's just a combination of Miller, an extreme strikeout pitcher, and Baez, a guy who strikes out a lot. Perhaps Javi did it on his own, but I think Joe saw the matchup in all likelihood and said, you know what, I don't like the potential here. Let's go ahead and try the little safety squeeze.
One 1-0 on Hayward. Albert Almora on deck to bat for Lester. He went 7 strong innings, allowed just 1 run tonight.
John had a 1.59 ERA over his last 4 starts. So he continues to do outstanding work. Needs a hero. He needs Jason Hayward to come through in a big way here.
Fair to say, not a comfortable at bat for a left-handed hitter against Andrew Miller.
It's stuff, it's angles, and it's that quick delivery too. You know, he comes set and then boom, he's on you.
Contreras at second, Baez at first. 2-2 to Hayward, top to first, and Encarnacion's got it, and Andrew Miller gets out of the jam. And we're going to head to the 8th, still 1-0 Indians.
and a free bike check located by the Addison Red Line station. Express shuttle buses are also available from Hillside and Rolling Meadows. Check out available transportation and parking options at cubs.com/transportation.
Tito did not double switch to get Miller into the game, so he'll lead it off against Carl Edwards Jr. First man out of the Cubs bullpen tonight. The body fat percentage in this matchup is 2.
It's the leanest matchup ever.
Miller takes a called third. So the Cubs had first and third, nobody out, and Andrew Miller escaped.
So do you think Tito got caught there, not double switching, or do you think he just liked his team on the field defensively and didn't want to mess with it with a 1-run lead?
These are all good questions.
Only he knows the answer. I doubt that he got caught.
No, he had to make a choice. I guess, you know, Alonso for Encarnacion would have been a possibility. Save yourself a few spots. One on Lindor, muscled out into center for a base hit. His second tonight, and his fourth in the set.
And while we're second guessing, it's kind of the fun thing we get to do as baseball fans. Sobers for Hayward there, maybe?
Yeah, you know it's going to be Miller either way. These are conversations every manager and bench coach has when you get to those moments. The pitch is a strike on Brantley.
And managers think about a lot of things, and they think micro, they think macro. So sometimes you think, well, here's the move that probably gives me the best chance to have success in this situation. But if I don't make that change and the guy I let hit delivers, and maybe that kind of lifts him up, maybe it gets him going a little bit. I'm not saying that's what went on with Joe and letting Hayward take that at bat.
We've seen him come up with some hits against lefties here lately.
Yeah, and the point I always make, and I think sometimes people forget, is pinch hitting. It's a really hard job, unless your name is Tommy La Stella. So to come off the bench cold and have to deal with a guy like Miller is not easy. At least Hayward, you know, is in the flow of the game.
Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Brantley. Long pause by CJ.
I like about Joe, and I think you can say it for Terry Francona too. I've been around a lot of managers, and sometimes guys get really defensive. These guys, if you ask them, hey, why didn't you pinch hit here? They'll tell you, here's why. And yeah, I thought about it.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 gone. We'll find out if Javi got the bunt sign after the game, or if that was on his own. Last night's a 10-1 game. Not a lot of. What was your thought on this decision or that decision? But man, you're getting these one-run games. Those little things matter a lot.
That's the beauty of it. These are the fun games. You can really dissect them.
And there on Ramirez, batting left-handed for the first time tonight. Racked a 3-run homer last night off Tyler Chatwood.
John Lester's line tonight, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, 4 strikeouts. Lowered his ERA to 2.37 from 2.52. It was 8th best in the league coming into this ball game.
And 3-1. You know, the other part of it too is, unlike a lot of teams' bullpens, when you get to Andrew Miller, there just might be matchups Joe doesn't like for a lot of his guys on the bench. Whereas typically you go, I don't like the matchup against the closer, and we talked about this last week, where you might use your pinch hitter, you know, in the 6th or the 7th, because you don't want to have to use him in the 9th when he's got a bad matchup. Three and 2 on Ramirez. Lindor in go mode with 2 outs. Base hit. And Lindor to third, and he'll stop there.
This is a dynamic duo they have here with Lindor and Ramirez. Going on the pitch, solid single to center. Any little misplay out there in center field, and you'd be tempted to score Lindor there. Hustled it back in quickly.
Fouled out of play. Looks like Almora will lead off the bottom of the 8th. And he takes off, swing and a miss, and no throw. So stolen base for Ramirez. That's his 7th. Like Happ and Hayward, and it's Hayward for the out. Indians strand 2, bottom 8, still 1-0. He replaces Cabrera in right. Andrew Miller is still on the mound after getting the Indians out of a major jam in the 7th. 1-0. Pinch hitter Albert Almora swings and misses. Albert hitting for Edwards. .324 against lefties. With power. They're facing one of the better ones in the league. High drive to center. And it is Davis for the out.
MLB At Bat is your #1 Cubs app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season and get Cubs home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
Happ from the right side. Bunts foul.
Came back to tie the Pirates. They've gone to extras. 4-4, top of the 10th in Cincinnati. You never gave me your pick to win the NL West.
I didn't.
Padres, is that the Pods?
Dodgers. And something about the Giants I like. They've been able to battle through all those injuries. Yeah. Dodgers have a Pythagorean record of 2 games over 500 based on the run differential. Called strike 3. So I'll go Dodgers. Okay.
Okay.
You didn't pick, did you? Or you went Diamondbacks?
Yeah, I vacillated. Went Diamondbacks for whatever reason. I'm not sure I could really defend it. I don't, for whatever reason, I'm not sold on the Rockies.
Strike to Schwarber. Looking at the Cubs' current roster against Miller, the only guy who has more than 10 plate appearances is Ben Zobrist. Just not a lot of previous experience. 0-2.
And there's not a lot of comps either. You can't go into an at bat against Miller and go, well, yeah, he reminds me of so and so. Watch a lot of video.
Pulled to right. Allen racing over. He'll play it on a bounce. And Schwarber's got a 2-out 0-2 single.
Oh, there you go. You got a man on for Chris Bryant here in the bottom of the 8th. Schwarber does a real nice job staying back, head down on that slider. Hooks it into right. And bringing Allen into the game, they added a lot of speed out there in right field, but even who couldn't track that one down.
Cody Allen, along with former Cub Neil Ramirez, up in the Indians bullpen. And we've got a pitching change coming, and it looks like Yonder Alonso is into the game as well. 1-0 Cleveland, 8th inning. Don't go anywhere. Freeze pitching change. It is Cody Allen here with 2 outs in the 8th.
Allen, 6 out of 7 in save opportunities this year, a 3.32 ERA, 19 innings. He's allowed 16 hits. A couple of long ones. He's more of a fly ball type pitcher. Fastball, curveball. It's plenty of swings and misses. But for a closer, he's susceptible to the long one. He allowed 9 home runs last year and 67 in the 3rd innings of work. 30 saves each of the last 3 seasons. Last year he converted 30, failed on 4 occasions.
Schwarber at first, 2 outs. Allen versus Bryant. And the 6'1" right-hander. There's Lowe. And hefty career home run leaders against the Indians. I remember in the makeup game 3 years ago, Chris Bryant with a big game-ending home run, I believe off Zach McAllister. That's a strike.
Chris Bryant has failed to reach base tonight, and he's only done that 3 times so far this year. He has been remarkably consistent.
You could also say in his career he's been consistently remarkable. 1-1. Davis and Allen. It's the center fielder, and we're going to go to the 9th. Still 1-0 Cleveland.
Bryce Harper or Manny Machado. Visit NBCSportsChicago.com/podcast to subscribe today.
Happ now moves to left. Mora, the pinch hitting, stays in the game and plays center. The Cubs have their closer Brandon Morrow trying to keep the Indians at 1 in the 9th.
Morrow doing an excellent job with that 1.13 ERA. Strikeout per inning. Struck out the side in Cincinnati the other day in his last appearance.
It's a bunt fest here tonight.
It's like 1968 all over again. 1-0 ball game. Always a speed guy, does not have power.
Oh, 2. Here it comes. Strike 3 called. 99 on the fastball.
Well, pretty much no nonsense when he gets out there. He gets right after it.
Jan Gomes, 1 hit and 3 trips. The Cubs will have Rizzo, Contreras, and Baez due in the bottom of the 9th against Cody Allen. He's not messing around, and he rarely does.
No, he gets right after him. And that slider is so good. It's like a power curveball. It's 89 miles an hour. It's got such downward action, reminiscent of Brad Lidge, Joe Nathan.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
He's not wasting anything.
Woo. Sunday, catch an all-new episode of Beer Money presented by Coors Light, Chicago's favorite sports trivia show where fans are put to the test for a chance to take home cash. Play along Sunday at 5:30 on NBC Sports Chicago. Morrow versus Kipnis. Lined out into center. It drops. And Kipnis aboard with 2 outs. Turned around a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And it brings up Rajay Davis. Now Pletko took a no-hitter into the 7th. Miller got out of that jam, but you could argue Rajay Davis has had as big an impact on this game. He has scored the only run after a leadoff single in the 3rd. And he made a great catch in the vines to rob Addison Russell with 2 men on in the 2nd inning. Waits on a 1-0, takes a strike.
Yeah, he doesn't run that ball down, and the Cubs score 2 for sure there. Russell's standing on second base with a chance for more.
Morrow could be in a save spot, but the Indians still lead 1-0. Not hit hard and caught by Baez. That gave him a chance to get out there and make a running, leaping catch, and that's it for the Indians. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. 1-0. What a grab. came up big. First and third, nobody out when he entered the game, and he got out of the seventh with no runs scoring. So this is it. Cubs down to their final 3 outs, facing Cody Allen, the closer. Rizzo leads it off.
Yeah, walk double here tonight. Leadoff double in the 7th. Got that threat started.
Pitch to Anthony is a strike, bottom of the zone. Indians trying to pull off a 2-game series sweep. Oh, 0-2. Allen, 29 years old. Made his major league debut in 2012. And he will make this play 1-3.
Brewers won this afternoon, so a Cub loss means they will be 4 back of the front-running Brewers.
The Cubs are the only team they haven't been able to beat.
The Cubs are 7-1 against Milwaukee.
Ground ball. Knocked down Ramirez. The throw dug out by Alonso.
Well, more good defense. We've seen a lot of it for both clubs here tonight. He's tight to the line to take away the 2-base hit.
He had a little more time than he thought. The throw was low, but Alonso recently came in to play D. Made the play over at first. It's up to Baez.
Thinking he might take a big swing or two.
Is water wet? 1-0 the count. Yeah, 1-run ball game, bottom of the 9th. Baez at the plate with 2 outs.
A puncher's chance. Didn't get it.
Not enough on this night. And the Indians escape with a 1-0 win and a 2-game series sweep. The Cubs held to 3 hits. 2 of those hits came to lead off the bottom of the 7th, but they could not get the tying run in.
No, some real quiet innings tonight, and credit to kid Plutko. You know, you look at the matchup, you think John Lester, the way he's been lately, especially in this ballpark, and John delivered. He did his part. Plutko, and again, it was one of those outings as you watched, you thought, man, not a great breaking ball, doesn't have real good movement on his fastball. Maybe there was some deception there. You got to give the kid credit. He went 6 innings, allowed just 2 hits and no runs.
Our toast of the game is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot, and it does go to the rookie right-hander Adam Plutko, 2nd major league start and his 2nd big league win.
Yeah, wobbled with the command early, walked the leadoff man in each of the first 2 innings, ended up with 4 walks. Those came in those first 2 innings, but he was able to pitch out of a couple of jams and picked up his 2nd major league win.
So for JD, for Kelly, and our entire NBC Sports Chicago crew here at Wrigley Field, Len Casper with your final 1-0 Indians. We are back with you next Wednesday, 6 o'clock Central, as the Cubs and the Pirates wrap up a 3-game series. And we have more to come. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois post-game live is next. Stay tuned.